So I know I make a lot of videos talking about how I collect video games and different video game related items, and one of my favorite things to collect are video game action figures. I love video game action figures. As you can see, my mess of a shelf with all my figures, and here's some of my amiibo. I love the amiibo. Yeah, they're just really cool. So these are some of my rarest figures that I have in my collection. Most of them are Nintendo related, but two that are not. I guess they're kind of related to Nintendo. First, we have E102 Gamma from the Sonic Adventure series made by Resource. I did not realize how rare this guy was. I bought him a long time ago when I was a kid, still in the box. I ended up opening him, but this is the only figure they've ever made of him. So I feel really fortunate and lucky to have this figure. He's really, really cool. He has an accessory that goes on his back that I do have. I just misplaced it. It's on the shelf somewhere. But yeah, there's E102 Gamma. Next are the Mario Kart 64 action figures. These are the only two that I have. I have Wario and I have Mario. Mario still has his cart. He didn't come with any of his accessories, but I thought he was really awesome. Found him at a flea market for a steal of a deal, so super happy to have him. Yeah, just awesome. He's a little dusty, but that's all right. And then here we have Wario. And this was one of the ones I wanted the most because I know there's not a lot of Wario figures out there. And I think I have all of them that they've made. I just remember seeing YouTube videos of this as a kid and thinking it was cool. Next, these are super unique. These are from the Donkey Kong Country animated series that came out in the mid-late 90s. First here, we have Donkey Kong, and he still has his tag on his back. And it has a screenshot from the show on his tag, which I think is really hilarious. And then we have one of the Kremlins. I'm blanking on his name. He's General something. But they don't make like any Kremlin figures. There's a King K. Rool, and there's this guy, and there's one other Kremlin. But yeah, super cool figures to have. And here's Funky Kong here. It's definitely a unique design for Funky Kong. He was definitely a character in the show. Next is a super rarity for me, and this is Shadow the Hedgehog. This is the bendy wire figure from Joyride, I'm pretty sure it was. And these figures are just so hard to find now. There's a Sonic one as well, which I do have, but his arm's a bit busted because I had him as a kid, and I played with it a lot. As you can see here, it's like all bendy wire and everything. But I found this guy at a flea market for only $8. So that is a killer deal for this guy, because he is not easy to find. Next, another one I've had since I was a kid. This is one of my absolute favorite action figures ever. This is the Luigi's Mansion figure, also made by Joyride, and he is complete. He has all of the Poltergust 3000 pieces. There's his really cool head sculpt. Looks just like how he looks in the game on this really cool carpet like base, and there's the logo there. And then he also comes with one of the ghosts from the game. Unfortunately, mine is missing his arm, and that really sucks. But giving some angles here, he just looks so cool. They don't make any figures of the ghosts, so this is like the only one there is, as far as from the first game. So I'm very, very lucky to have this figure. And last but not least, we have the Starman from Earthbound. Now, they hardly make any Earthbound Mother 2 merch. There actually is kind of a lot. It's just they're so hard to track down, and I can't believe that I found so many of these figures. I just put my mind to it, did my research, found different websites to order these from. These were actually claw machine prizes in like the UFO machines in Japan. So very, very lucky to have this guy. So those are a handful of my most rare video game action figures that I have. Like I said, primarily Nintendo, with a couple exceptions of these two Sonic characters here. But yeah, does anybody else out there collect these rare figures? I would really like to know and see some of your other people's collections and things like that. Especially if you have Mother 2 figures. I love seeing them. I think they look awesome. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.